show that teaches you how to get results both professionally and personally. I'm your host, Jean Oursler, the Results Queen, and today we're talking to Kat Nesbitt. So hi, Kat.
Hi, Jean.
Hey, we're excited to have Kat today. Kat is in our book, Get Results. She's going to show her own copy. And we're very excited to be, see, Kat, show your copy. There you go. And we're very excited to be interviewing Kat today because she's full of information in terms of leadership and how to make yourself better in business. So, Kat, tell us all about you and what you do, and then we're going to talk about lots of different things, your new program, Stage 2 Leadership. I'm so excited to have you today.
Thank you so much, Jean. You're very, very gracious. We don't have time to tell you all about me. And I will do my best to make that concise. I've lived a few lives, and I think that's part of the joy of the experience that I bring and the diversity. So I have kind of two niches, I suppose. One is leadership development from a Stage 2 perspective, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. The other is marketing. I'm also very good at math, but I don't like it very much. I just realize the value of data and tracking stuff.
Okay.
So Stage 2 leadership is a phrase that I coined a couple years back, I suppose. And it's because I find myself working with a lot of, and I hope nobody takes offense to this, but basically the middle-aged white guy who's a little burned out. He's done a good job with his business. It makes money. Everybody's relatively happy, but there's no shooting stars, and he doesn't really know.
Right.
Okay, the middle-aged white guy who's had success, and everybody's happy and comfortable, and yet he's bored and he's frustrated that he can't take it any further, and he has absolutely no idea and no tools to do that with. And so usually they decide they want to sell. Sometimes they decide they want to grow, but mostly it's sell. So I try and stop them from selling their businesses. I try and help them find the passion, the joy, and the fun in it again by rediscovering why they got into it in the first place, and then shoring up their skill set with what they need to take it to the next level. And that is Stage 2 leadership, because Stage 2 in a healthy, strong business is always about really helping your team grow and explore themselves by stepping out of that technician or manager position and becoming a true entrepreneur.
Wow. Okay. I got to ask, because I know we're going to talk about your new program in a little bit, but I'm fascinated by the Stage 2 leadership and the guy who's burnt out. How do you help these people? First of all, how do you find them? And then how do you help them?
Well, they get referred to me, usually quite often through business brokers.
Because they say, don't sell this business. It's so amazing. You should be doing something else with it.
No, they usually say don't sell this business because you haven't run the finances well enough to make it look viable. Actually, to make you get the best dollar for it. And so let me refer you to, I'm sure I'm not the only person they refer to, but refer you to this one person, might be me, to help you shore up your bottom line and make it more fruitful. Give yourself a year or 3 or whatever she says it takes and come back to me.
So let me ask you, can you do this for women too, or you just do it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's much easier with women. I think that's why I like to pick on men.
Okay. Then are there differences between the women's Stage 2 leadership and the men's Stage 2 leadership?
Quite often there are. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah. Can you name me a couple differences? Because,
Okay. Yeah. So generally women are more ready to accept that there's something that they don't know or don't understand, which makes them quicker to learn, only because they're just quicker to say, I don't know. Right?
I don't think that we don't say I don't know, that we don't like doing that. That we're like...
Well, nobody likes doing it, but women tend to be more available to, okay, I'll buy that.
Okay, I'll buy that.
And also, I think the other biggest difference is that men, of course, are a little bit slower to come to the touchy-feely aspect of it. And women really, embrace that stuff, eat it up with a spoon. And I think that's part of the reason I like working with men, is because it's a little harder for them, and it breaks my heart for them, and I really want to see them succeed. They've put all this energy and time into something that at one point was their child, and now it's like the step kid, get it out of their room, it's bugging me, and they're disheartened. They blame themselves. Yeah. And they shouldn't. They don't have the toolkit for it. We don't train it's still to this day, we aren't training our people in school how to lead, how to manage, how to delegate, how to have critical conversations, how to really track your data. This very traditional corporate silo structure is still, everybody kind of knows it's not how it should be, but nobody's really sure what to do next within the behemoth of our educational system or our corporate system. And so there's a lot of, we know it's not right, but a lot of folks out there in the big companies don't know what to do about it. And those of us who are coaching and in this field and on that edge, we have the nimbleness to respond to the need.
So then in terms of stage 2 leadership, first of all, is it something that I would recognize if I got there? Could I recognize that I got there with it?
Yeah. Yeah, you would, because you could run your business while absent.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, it's simply a matter of good communications and good tracking systems.
Oh, so if we want to run our business and not be there, we have to develop better communication systems and better tracking systems. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is what I'm saying.
And if we don't have those, then we could end up in that terrible stage 2 place where we want to sell our business, and that's bad.
Well, because you not only don't know what's going on, but you feel like you don't know what's going on.
So if we feel, okay, so I want to prevent people from getting to I need to sell my business and then come to you. It would be great if they came to you before they were selling your business.
I would love that.
All right, so how do they recognize that they're there so that they can go?
I guess being honest, with that aching feeling in their gut. This isn't right, and I don't know what to do about it. It's okay to not know. We don't say that out loud in America. I don't know what they do in other countries. I've traveled, but I haven't lived anywhere else. But in America, we don't say out loud, I don't know. And when you can't admit that, then you can't admit that you want to go learn something new, look at it from a new angle, or explore new ways to go about it.
Do you think the reason why we don't say I don't know is because we don't want people to think that we're dumb or we're vulnerable? Or
I think that's exactly why. We have real big winner issues in this country. We all want to be winners. And we have a lot of baggage around that, where we think that if we win, somebody has to lose, which is a crock of doo-doo.
I agree.
And we think that there's only one winner. So, I just must be one of the bazillions who didn't make it. So I guess it's okay. A lot of apathy, Yeah. Oh, well, woe is me.
But wouldn't it be great if we all thought about that we could all win together? Like there's all one.
Oh my gosh. And we can. Yeah. And that's the airy fairy side of it, is there is unlimited abundance, and every one of us can be a success. It is an energy force that feeds into itself, which means if we embrace it, it feeds unto us and ours.
So it seems to me, if I'm feeling in my belly that I don't know what the heck I'm doing, then I should call you up and say, hey, Kat, help me.
That you should, admit it. And then, because then you can see what wonderful new stuff can happen.
And then I wouldn't have to sell my business. I could keep it, and it would be like my own personal piggy bank that it would pay me while I'm not there.
And you wouldn't be tethered to it.
Ooh, I like that too. I wouldn't be tethered to it. Yeah. How many of us business owners don't want to be tethered to our business?
Oh my God. And how many, have I raised as beautiful little things and then strangled them to death? I did not, by the way, learn this by getting it right the first time.
Okay. So you've learned along the way.
I have indeed. I have had to.
Is there certain techniques in this stage 2 thinking, like if you could share one thing that people could really do themselves, now that we understand and recognize and know when to call you and not to wait, is there one thing that we could do just to kind of mitigate the feelings or the circumstances?
Start talking, I guess. Yeah, start talking to your staff. Start talking to your customers. Start asking them what you're doing wrong, what they don't like, what you're doing right, what they want more of.
But don't you think that that's a problem, in that, not that they wouldn't tell me bad things, but that they would leave me? I would be afraid that they would leave me.
Why?
Because I would be asking them to tell me all the bad stuff.
Does that make you look stupid?
Well, I guess some people would think that it would.
See, it doesn't, right? You're inquiring. If you don't stay on top of what your market wants, your market's going to leave you.
Interesting. So if you're not asking, they're leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to ask and not be scared about it.
IBM nearly got left behind until they started asking better questions.
So when you ask better questions, then you can do better in your business and get rid of that pit in your stomach, and hire someone like Kat, because then she can help you.
There you go.
There you go. I like that. All right. So is there anything else about this fabulous book that you want to tell us?
There are some amazing authors in here, guys. So yet one more plug. This lovely woman was the one who put it all together. And I've really had, through this endeavor, the opportunity to meet and learn from some really bright people. And so, yeah, what I have to say is go get a copy. It's well worth the very affordable price that we are all offering it for. Find one, read it now. It's got lots of wonderful little nuggets in it.
And you can find it on Amazon. Just look up Kat's name, and you can find it. Kat Nesbitt.
Okay, if you were going to buy my version, yes, you could find it on Amazon. You could also find it on my website, which would be katnesbitt.com, so that you don't forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to find. Just type in my name on the internet. It's just about everywhere.
I like that. So now let's talk about your new program, because you said that you have a new program. I haven't heard anything about it. I'm excited to hear more. Tell me about this new program that you're doing.
Yes, ma'am. So, my other niche, other than this learning process stuff, is marketing. And I would never profess that I was a good salesperson. I'm a little bit, believe it or not, more intimidated than that would usually take. I don't think that salespeople should be pushy, but I think they need to be durable. And most of us aren't. Most of us don't take a lot of no's well and keep smiling, Yes. Like you are amazing at this stuff, right? Yeah, you are a fantastic salesperson because you're durable and playful and flexible. And that's what a good salesperson is.
I don't think of myself as a salesperson. I think of myself as a relationship builder. I'm really good at making.
Well, you're absolutely right, and that yes, and of course, as a perspective, that's why I think you follow through beautifully with it. But what makes you willing to even try it is durability, playfulness, and the resilience. And I'm not as playful really as I'd like to be, or as I could be to be a successful salesperson. I've got lots of resilience according to every darn little test I've ever taken. But anyway, we're getting okay. So what I've done.
Hold on, Kat. I think this is really important because as women, I don't think and I want you to stop for a moment, because we're talking to women about being durable and being resilient. I think a lot of us are playful. We're playful in our own way, right? But if we could help women become more durable and more resilient, I think that would be huge. Could you just talk a few more minutes about that and then go on to the next?
Oh, I would love to. Yeah. I would love to. So I think you're absolutely right. And I don't think there's a person in the world that shouldn't exercise their resiliency. Resiliency is the core to good living on a personal and professional level. And that's not just intellectually, it's also emotionally, and it's also physically. The same neurological system that manages balance also manages pain. So when you have good balance, your nervous system doesn't have enough bandwidth to get on the pain bandwagon, right? That's how interesting this stuff all is. So resiliency is valuable on every level. And a lot of really simple ways that you can create resiliency are to go to work a different way, get up at a different time. Although I absolutely believe in morning rituals and everyone should own one, switch it up, change it, make it different. Do things that make you slightly uncomfortable, not crazy uncomfortable, just uncomfortable enough to get your creative juices going. When you're in that creative juices phase, consider being creative. This is really scary for most of us, and it really, really is helpful with the resiliency factor for us, for our minds and our emotions. Goofy stuff, and forgive me to the person that I read this from, because I can't honor him. I don't remember where I read this, but it's a great exercise that I take on it, not as often as I should, because I end up invariably feeling like an idiot, right? And we hate feeling stupid. Take a subject matter, just, puppy dogs, and decide to write 10 movie titles on puppy dogs.
Really?
Right. So this is a great creative exercise, and it's a great element of resiliency because it's something you wouldn't normally do unless you're an avid movie writer or something, right? Unless you made paint for a living, maybe this would be easy for you. Yeah. But for most of us, this is not going to come right out of the box easily. So simple things like that is just really stressing yourself, pushing yourself, doing things the way you wouldn't normally do them. And we can do that all day long. Durability, well, that's, I like to say optimism with a lot of life thrown in, right?
You have such great phrases, Kat. I love them. It's like, it's so great. I love them. It's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I think that we should all be durable. And one of the main reasons I think we should all be durable is because durable reflects that we're being resilient in life, that we have lived, that we have had some hits, and that we've gotten back up, and that we're willing to have a sense of humor about this junk. I mean, because let's face it, if you're not laughing at this, you're crying. Life is large, and it's not always fun, and it demands a lot of us. The joy of it is the more we give, the more we really do get.
I love this.
That's a hard lesson to learn. We don't, it's not what we're taught, and it's not what we instinct.
Wait. The dog's barking at the mailman.
You put your car behind mine. I can't help it. I saw my problem.
My daughter. 17 yes. Mine is obscenely quiet. So, yeah. He always has been. To be absolutely personal. How you show up is what makes the deep and profound difference. Showing up prepared for change, showing up prepared to be creative, showing up prepared to have fun, prepared to be resilient, prepared that it might be hard, but you're going to make the best of it anyway. Showing up with an attitude that is durable, creative, and resilient, right? Isn't that interesting that we came right back to that?
I love that.
And that you want to have some fun with this, whatever thing is. Because if you don't show up with that tool belt, it's not going to work. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. It's not going to work. It might be okay. But it's not going to be a home run.
But you want to be spectacular, right?
Yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I got it. Kat, you have been a terrific interview. I've enjoyed the heck out of you. I hope you've enjoyed it too. And I hope all of you as viewers have enjoyed it. If you want to get Kat's book, you can go to Amazon.com. And if you want to sign up for Kat's Teams, the new program that's intensive, it is a year and you're going to have to commit. But if you do it, you're going to absolutely change your life. You can go to katnesbitt.com or you can email her at katnesbitt. kat@katnesbitt.com, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kat, thank you so much for being on the Get Results television show. You've been terrific. I really appreciate it.
It's an honor, and you've been fun. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. I'm Jean Oursler, Results Queen. Have a fantastic day.